Welcome back to Where I Long to Be, a magical trip report podcast. My name is Virginia, and I am your host. Today is a good one, folks. I mean, I think all my trip reports are fun, but this one is an especially good time because it's one that I get to share with my son, Alex. Alex knows that I think he basically hung the moon, but I hear from a lot of you how much you love Alex episodes too. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from all of you. Please let me know what you think, whether it's through a rating, a review, a comment, or sending me a message through my website, which is whereilongtobepodcast.com. In case you didn't listen to the pre-trip report episode, this trip was a mother-son adventure over Labor Day weekend in honor of my birthday. Alex and I were very excited to stay at All Star Sports for our arrival night before we hopped over to Pop Century. We had some other first-time things we were aiming to do on this trip as well, such as watching the new Starlight Parade, catching the new villain show, checking out the new DVC lounge in the Magic Kingdom, and more. This was going to be Alex's first time attending a Moonlight Magic party as well, so that was something I was looking forward to sharing with him. The only other thing I want to mention before we get into it is that Alex and I used the services of Melissa Powell with Orange Grove Travel for this trip. Melissa is a mom of four, a huge Disney and Universal fan, and one of the nicest people. I've known her for 20 plus years, so I know that if you entrust her with your trip planning, you will be in good hands. I've got all of Melissa's information in the show notes so that you can reach out to her. And I have also linked her previous appearances on the podcast, which will help you get to know her a little bit better. All right, with all that being said, let's get this party started. Here is my conversation with Alex. Welcome back, Alex.
I'm happy to be back.
We are going to talk all about our big Labor Day weekend, mother-son birthday trip. And it is now October 4th on the day that we're talking. So it's been more than a month. Luckily, I have
Yeah.
extensive notes for us, but hopefully as we go through the notes, you'll remember and I will
Yeah,
remember.
I'm sure I will. It was a great trip.
Okay. It was a good trip. It was a good trip. We did a couple new things on this trip, so I'm excited to get into that. Anything else you want to say before we dive right in?
Thanks for having me back.
Oh, I love you. I always enjoy having you on the show, and you are a fan favorite. I don't know if you notice how much you're a fan favorite. I try to always tell you. I
No, I
did not
haven't. I
tell
haven't
you,
been told 1,000 times.
but I did not tell you that I got a comment like a few days ago, specifically on Spotify, that called out you and what a natural you are at interviewing
I know,
people.
right? Oh, and interviewing people? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
That
your
too.
interview with Griffin.
Oh, yeah, Griffin.
Yeah.
Eh, yeah.
So, yeah, people enjoyed it. People thought you did a great job. I got text
Oh,
messages
thanks.
from
Thanks,
friends.
people.
Yeah. And then you got that comment on Spotify. And yeah. So I hope that anybody who's listening to this who really enjoys hearing Alex on the show, please continue to send me the love to pass on to him, whether it's through a comment or through a review or a direct message or whatever, because it's
Yeah.
always nice to hear when somebody appreciates what you're doing.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's dive in. Friday, August 29th, we got picked up by a Lyft at 4:30 a.m. to take us over to LaGuardia Airport. You love an early flight. Longtime listeners will know that. How did you feel about this
That's like
particular
my shtick.
early flight?
This one was pretty nice actually. I didn't have any problems on it. Note your problems.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the lounge so much. Like before we
Mm-hmm.
before we went to the gate.
Mm-hmm.
They had great pancakes that I was craving before I got there. So I got pancakes and oh yeah, they had a really nice like breakfast bowl with egg, potato, and sausage. So
Mm.
good. It was like eating the breakfast wrap at Starbucks. It was really nice. I loved it.
You love a breakfast
Yeah.
bowl. It's kind of your thing.
Yeah, it is. But I think breakfast bowl and breakfast wrap from Starbucks specifically is my
Mm-hmm.
favorite because those are
Mm.
amazing.
Yeah, and they
Yes.
had some kind of like creamy grits thing that had salmon and capers and dill at the Sapphire
That
Reserve
one,
Lounge
I
that
think
I
that
loved.
one got old pretty fast for me. Like I started
Oh,
eating
really?
it, and then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I kept eating it. I was like, it's not that good.
Well, capers and dill are very distinctive flavors. So I
Yeah,
can get that, but it was delicious. And
pickleballs.
yes, listeners, Alex did not know what capers were called, and so one day we were going to go do bagels across the street, and as we typically do on Sundays here, and he was like, "Oh, get me the lox, the salmon lox with the pickle balls." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Turns out he was talking about capers. So now
Yeah,
we lovingly call them pickleballs. So anyway, very distinctive flavor, but the grits were great. And anytime I see grits on a menu, I nearly always have to get them as a native North Carolinian living in New York, where it's a little bit harder to find grits. Anywho, so our flight went fine. Alex, I was really glad you did not have any ear pain. Alex is
I didn't know. I
notorious
think
for having
the
ear pain.
earplugs helped. The
Yeah,
earplugs
he's been
definitely helped.
using these earplugs that we got at the airport that are specifically for helping with ear pain. So he's been
Yeah, they're
using
quite nice
those.
actually. They work really well.
hmm Yes, when you
I like them.
remember them, we've we've
Okay.
repurchased them multiple times at the airport, realizing that he had left his at home. So anywho, we landed at MCO pretty much on time. And on our way past the Disney store, of course, I always have to pop in. I noticed they had the hoodie that I wanted so badly in February, and it was
Oh,
all
that was
sold
so
out at that
funny. Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I was
So,
like looking at you in disappointment. Like, why?
oh,
After
yeah.
all this
So,
looking, because she was like, she saw it and she's like, oh my God, it's the hoodie I've wanted. And then she just decides, oh, I don't want it anymore.
yeah,
What the heck, man?
I was like dead set on it in February. It was all sold out. I could not I saw it at the beginning of our February trip and made the mistake of not purchasing it. And then by the end it was sold out and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then we were walking past and I was like, there it is. There it is. And I went over and I held it in my hands and I said,
And you're like, no.
I don't think I want
You said you're better than
it
this.
anymore.
You realize you're better than
So
that, yeah?
I don't know. And I also felt strange buying a souvenir at the airport literally as we had just gotten off the plane. I was like, there's going to be something I want more. So I left it and I'm glad I did because, I liked it, but it was one of those things that I think at the time I wanted it because I couldn't find it. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Now that
I've
you
moved
found it
on.
so easily, it's like, oh damn. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was too easy at that point. So from there, we got a lift and we did not have to wait long for that. And I did a trick this time that I've never done before on our lift pickup, which was to order water from Target as a curbside pickup and put it as a lift ride that had a stop along the way. And I did that because the only thing I wanted to get was water. Our trip was not very long and I did not want to do a big grocery order. So I did that and it worked out really well. It was super easy. We just pulled into the spot in our lift where it was designated for curbside pickup. They brought out my water, threw it in the trunk, and that was that. And when we were on our way. So we arrived at All Star Sports around 10:40 a.m. and our room was already ready. And we got the center court section, which listeners, you will remember during the pre-trip interview, we could not figure out what center court meant. Turns out it was
Yeah.
tennis,
It turns out it's tennis, yeah.
which makes sense.
Yeah. Although they did have a pretty cool they had a pretty cool like design of it though. I liked it.
hmm
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I really liked it. And I liked that Donald was there and Huey, Dewey, and Louie. It was really cute. Alex, what did you think about All Star Sports in general? We were just there for one night, but what were you picking up from the vibes?
Uh, to be honest, it wasn't anything crazy. I think it was kind of like Pop Century in the sense that it was more like sports Pop Century.
Yeah.
So it was like, not really different from pop. So I didn't, I didn't like love it. I didn't dislike it, but it was okay. It was, manageable.
Yeah, I think that, all of the value resorts have sort of similar layouts, just different theming. So, this was fine. It is the most affordable of all the value resorts. And so I would highly recommend it if you're looking to save some money and you don't think you're going to be in the room very much anyway. It was perfectly adequate, and it's not my favorite value resort. Of course, Pop Century is always my favorite value resort, but I would most definitely stay in All Star Sports again, especially if the price was right. From there, we headed over to Blizzard Beach for our free arrival day, and we got there at about 11:30 a.m. And this was our very first time at Blizzard Beach. Actually, we got there at about 11:50. I wrote down we were on the bus by 11:30. So it took about 20 minutes, and the reason it took 20 minutes is because it stops at the other two All-Star resorts for pickups before it headed over to Blizzard Beach. The first thing we did when we got there was have some lunch at Lotta Wada Lodge. I had a chicken, shrimp, and rice bowl thing. It was fine, nothing special. And Alex had a burger and fries, which I think also was fine, nothing special. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Yeah, nothing special.
Then we had to go get in that lazy river. It's called Cross Country Creek. And I really enjoyed the lazy river, partly because it did not have nearly as many places to get dumped on by water like you do at Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh
It
yeah.
was relaxing. It had a couple spots like that where Alex, of course, pushed me under the waterfall,
Yeah, it was pretty
as
great
usual.
actually. I enjoyed that part.
But it was really relaxing. I liked the lazy river. It was a little bit crowded at times. It wasn't as wide as I thought it should be. So there were times where we were kind of like bumping up against strangers, but
Oh
it
yeah.
was fine. From there, we went on to Teamboat Springs, which is a big family raft ride. And that was a lot of fun. We had a good time with that. We had
Yeah.
some random person in our raft with us, but she did not say a word to us. So it was fine. From there, we went to Runoff Rapids and we both rode it. And I ended up getting a nose full of water. And so I said, that's it. I'm done. I don't want to do it again. But Alex wanted to do a second time. So he did. And after that, we moved on to Downhill Double Dippers, which is kind of like a race ride. And we were excited to do that one. But there was something going on with that mechanism to bring the floats or whatever back up. And so we were waiting there for quite a long time. They were not explaining what was going on. We were probably there 15 minutes before we realized it was the mechanism to bring the floats back up. We waited another
Yeah,
5 minutes after
that
that.
was really irritating.
Yeah. I think it would have been better had they announced what was going on. And at one point, the cast member who was at the very top was trying to shout down to the line to say what was going on, but nobody could hear a thing. It was not good. He needed a megaphone or something, or somebody to come down and actually be next to where the line was to explain. So we were in line a total of about 20 minutes, and then we double dipped, so to speak, out of the downhill double dipper line.
Oh my God, that's funny. Oh God.
And instead, we headed over to Snowstormers, which was fine. It was one of those kinds that you lay on like a yoga mat type thing. It was good. It was whatever. And from there, we were kind of done. We really didn't see much else that we wanted. So Alex got a pina colada at Frostbite Freddy's, and they don't have it on the menu, but they do have non-alcoholic things. So just ask, like he did. And we just sat there, and he enjoyed his pina colada. I think I read my book for a few minutes, and then we were out of there by 3 p.m. So at the end of the day, what do you think about Blizzard Beach, especially in comparison to Typhoon Lagoon?
Honest answer,
Yes.
it wasn't incredible. I
Yeah.
didn't really like it. I didn't
Hmm.
dislike it either. It was so mid.
Yes, I
Like
totally agree. Totally agree.
I was like, what's the hype about? I don't understand why people like it so much.
Yeah, I think it's the theming, and I think also, like, if you have a little kid, it probably would be a lot of fun because there was a little kid section that we didn't even go to that is perfect for tiny tots. But for us, we like a little bit more thrilling, and there wasn't as much thrilling stuff as you can get at Typhoon Lagoon. So I don't know that I'll be back to Blizzard Beach. I mean, maybe if I had another free day and it's been a really long time or something, but if we have a free water park day, I think I'm always going to choose Typhoon Lagoon if I have the choice.
Yeah.
From there, we decided to take a little bit of a break because we were up so early for our flight. So we went back to All Star Sports and we went ahead and grabbed some refillable mugs for the trip and got a cinnamon roll to split as a snack. We spent some time in the room just relaxing for a little bit more than an hour. I know I took a nap. I'm not sure if you did. I can't
Mm,
remember.
I don't
I
think
think
I
you
did.
I think you did a little bit because while we were there was a huge thunderstorm and the
Oh my God,
power
yeah, I did, I
went
did,
out
I
for a
did.
few seconds and you were not awake for the power going out. Like it was
I heard
thunder,
the
there
thunder
was
in my dreams though.
so loud. Like I thought that something was falling apart outside and all I could think about was our little Walter back home and if he were there he would have been so scared of the thunder.
Oh,
But the power did go out for a few seconds, then it came right back up in the resort. That it did end up affecting Epcot though. So that was where we were headed next was Epcot. It was still raining when we were heading out the door to do that. And so I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to go. It was raining pretty hard, but we were going to meet up with our friends. And so we went ahead and headed out. And by the time we actually were sitting waiting for the bus and the bus came, it had stopped raining. It was about 5:30. So from there, we took the bus to Epcot to meet up with our good friends Sachi and 40, aka
yeah,
Manhattan to Main Street, and we met them at about 6:30 in Epcot. And like I said, the thunderstorm did affect a lot of things. So I was looking at the map, and there were so many things down because the power had also gone out at Epcot. So
yeah,
we had a little bit of time. We had an individual lightning lane for Guardians of the Galaxy, and so did 40. And they were not completely aligned in terms of time. So we went and waited in line at a Blue Umbrella for guest services to help us. We got those aligned. They made it so that we could ride it at the same time. I grabbed my birthday button because it was my birthday trip, and I was determined to wear it the entire trip, which I did. We took some past photos in front of Guardians with both Sachi and 40. And then Sachi does not do Guardians of the Galaxy. And so we took 40 with us while she waited outside. And I totally neglected my duties and did not write down what song we got. I think
oh
it was
yeah.
September because I think it was whatever Sachi said that
No, we
it
did.
would
Yeah,
have
we
been
got
her favorite
September.
song. Okay. It was September. Okay. And it was great. It was a lot of fun to ride with 40, and we had a great time
Yeah,
together.
it's nice.
After that, we walked around World Showcase with both of them, and we ended up getting some dumplings in China and some bubble tea. It was mango flavored, I think. And then we headed around to Japan because there was a bao bun that everybody was interested in and some kind of beef don rice thing. And then they also had a mango bubble tea thing there as well, which we also got. So we were like doubling down on the bubble and the mango flavors this night. From there, it was getting pretty late and Sachi wanted to get some champagne and I wanted to get frosé. So we went over to France and we got those. And then we just ended up kind of sitting on the curb within the little alleyway in France and enjoying those and chatting while the fireworks are going on. And from there, once the fireworks were over, we said our goodbyes and headed back to the bus stop. And they headed over to the International Gateway because they were staying over at Boardwalk. So, anyway, it was a really nice evening with them. They live right here in New York, so we do get to see them somewhat regularly. So, I know that we are overdue for getting together with them for dinner. So, we should plan that very
You
soon,
should, yes.
Alex. Yeah. Anything else you have to say about this particular day?
Um, no, it was just really enjoyable to be with
Mm-hmm.
40 and stuff. It was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Well,
I
good.
don't, I don't know. Yeah, it was nice. It was fun.
All right. You want to take over for Saturday, August 30th?
Yes, I'd love to. All right. So this was a Hollywood Studios day. So we got up by 8:30. We got up later than we thought we would because we were tired, and we dropped our bags at Bell Services to transfer them to Pop by 9:15, and we're on the bus by 9:20. So we mobile ordered from Woody's Lunchbox, and we got Woody's breakfast bowls while we were on the bus, which best breakfast in Disney in my opinion.
That's the pro move, in my opinion, is mobile
Yeah,
ordering your breakfast while you're on the way to the park.
yeah. Anyways, we got to Hollywood Studios at like 9:30, and we jumped in line to grab a Joffrey's for you because you really wanted a Joffrey's. That line was crazy. I was
It
like,
went fast. It went
I thought
fast.
it was crazy. Um,
I want to tell everybody what I got though, because it was delicious. It was a mango peach refresher, and I wrote down what was in it. Highly recommend it. It was lightly caffeinated, so if you're needing something caffeinated first thing in the morning, like I do, that's good. It was mango peach and had a splash of oat milk, and it was so delightful and refreshing. So anyway,
yeah.
carry on.
Um, so after we got the refresher, we then hit the button for the I'm here, prepare my order for Woody's lunchbox, and we got over there and we got Woody's breakfast bowls, which were amazing. You got a kid size. I got the regular size because I am hungry. I
You're a
love the
growing
Woody's breakfast
boy,
bowl. I'm
but I will
growing,
say
yeah.
that the kid size is plenty. So
Oh
that's
no,
what I'm gonna
no,
be
kid
doing
size
from
is
now
not
on.
enough.
No, you do.
Kid
I'm
size
never
is
gonna
not
force you
enough.
to get the kid size, but it was plenty for me, and that is what I will be ordering from now on. And I got like a little cutie on the side and a drink or something that came with it too. So
Let's see. Then we got on the Lightning Lane line for a Rock and Roller Coaster, which was amazing and fun. Then we tried to go on Tower of Terror for our next Lightning Lane, but it was actually too early because we were an hour off, and we didn't know that until we actually got up there, and we were like, "Hi, we're here for our Lightning Lane." They're like, "Yeah, you're an hour early." We're like,
yeah, I
"Okay."
don't know how that happened.
So then we did the villain show, which personally I didn't like it at all. It was so awkward, and it was like nobody was pumped up. If everybody was like hyped up for it, it would have been so much better. But everybody was just kind of silent and barely doing anything. I was like, oh,
I
awkward.
I will say I enjoyed it, but I think they need to make a bigger deal out of the beginning and telling you sort of the instructions that you are going to contribute to who wins the show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you really are contributing to who wins the show. It's kind of set up in a way that Maleficent is obviously like, the best of the
No, 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 no,
worst.
no, no. I think it's like
But
they do that though.
yeah, but I would
I
love to
think
see what would happen if somebody like if you went in and a crowd of people went crazy for Cruella and suddenly Cruella won. I don't know. I liked the show. I loved the scenery. I loved what they did with that space. I think like it's not a 10 out of 10 for me, but I think it's like an 8.5 out of 10. And the song, the little theme song that plays when you're exiting the show, 10 out of 10 for that. That was a bop. So
okay.
I was happy with it. I would do it again. Not, maybe not every trip, but I would definitely do it again.
Yeah, and then after that, we went to our lightning lane for Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror was amazing, but we had that problem, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So we were trying to do something like fun and funny on the like the video portion of Tower of Terror, because like
We wanted to
there was
do
that whole
the
trend
glam
going on,
bot.
where was that whole trend thing where people would like act all like sexy and like models on that
Like
ride,
it's the
and
glam
she was
bot
like,
trend.
yeah, she was like, let's do it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna see what happens. But eventually, I was like, I'll do it, like with that. And so I got up there and I started doing my thing, and it turns out like this is like after we got the video. We watched the video and we saw the picture, and we
Well, first we
realized
saw the
that the
picture.
people in front of us had their arms in front of my face the whole time during the video, like perfectly aligned, so you can't see any of my facial features at
Well, the
all.
funny thing was we
It's so
saw the
annoying.
photo and we're like, "Oh my gosh, you got Mike Wazowski'd." And
It
then
was like funny, like haha. Like
"Don't worry, we've still got the video. Let's watch the video." So we watched the
wonder what happened
video
with that.
and somehow their hand was in front of his face the entire video too. So
It
he
made me
got
so
Mike
mad.
Wazowski'd in the entire video.
Can we
And I would
can
have
we
loved to have
normalize can we
seen
normalize not like putting your hands up whenever there's a picture or video of a ride?
yeah,
It
can we
makes me so
normalize
mad.
not putting your hands up on a drop ride?
Yeah, like
No.
come on. No, we
No.
gotta relax because there's like videos and pictures and people want to cherish those. And I thought my thing was really funny and I wanted to see it.
I will say I, over the past year or two, have become a lot more cognizant of when I'm in a ride and if I put my hands up, I'm going to affect the people behind me. I've been trying to be good about that because
Yeah,
I know how it feels to get Mike Wazowski'd.
it sucks.
And
So
poor
don't do it.
Alex. Poor Alex. It was, I mean, it was funny though, because we were like, well, at least we have the video. And then we pull it up and it's like, no, you don't even have the video.
I was
Um,
like distraught, but also thought it
yeah.
was funny.
I will have to
Anyways,
see if I can upload that to Instagram or something so people can
yeah.
see him being Mike Wazowski the
God, that makes
entire
me so
way.
mad. I had such a good opportunity.
Next time.
Eh.
Next time.
Next time. Anyways, after we were done with our tour, we went to the Joffrey's outside of it, like in the back, and we both got the frozen and fear drink, which is really good because it's like a
Hmm.
little frozen lemon and grape slushy, and it's so good. I love it so
It tastes
much.
like a Jolly Rancher.
It does, yeah. Although sometimes it can be a bit too much. Like it's like
Yeah.
sometimes it's too sugary, but I can work with it. So after that, we had lunch at Docking Bay 7, and I had fried chicken tip yip, which I didn't like it much this time because I'm not like a big fan of the chicken in it. But I loved the mac and cheese, and I got the moof juice too. Which, the moof juice is really good. Um, and then you had the
Yeah, I had
chicken
the
salad.
Andorian chicken salad and it was great. It was very light and refreshing and I would get it again.
Yeah, then we just kind of chilled at the outdoor tables for a good amount of time, and we went around to look at the Galaxy's Edge stores, which I love looking around the Galaxy's Edge stores. I think they're so cool. Then what did we do next?
We headed
What is
into
that?
Toy Story Land.
Oh yeah, Toy Story Mania. I won. I beat you pretty badly actually.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I'm not surprised, and I said during our pre-trip interview that you would beat me, and I had no doubt you would beat me.
yeah,
So the
I
prophecy
knew.
was proven to be true.
Yeah. Yeah, then after that, we tried doing the standby for the Little Mermaid show, but we didn't get in because we were about to be in the theater, and they just said they can't allow any more people. It was so frustrating, but I don't know. It was fine.
Yeah, and we
Um,
didn't end up going back to it. I had wanted to do that. That was on my list of the things that we had not done that I wanted to get in for this trip. We did not end up going back to it, so something to do for next time.
yeah. So then I wanted a churro because I don't know. I was just feeling like having a
Yeah,
churro
he
because we got
suddenly
churros
had a
like another time
craving
ago, and
for
it
a
was like
churro.
I really liked it, and I wanted to try it
Yeah,
again
he had a
because last time it was
craving.
really good.
And I will tell you, in Disney World, I never have a craving for a churro unless I'm at Nomadland. Neither
Oh
here
yeah,
nor
the
there.
Nomad Land churros are amazing.
They are,
Anyways,
but you wanted a
so
normal churro.
yeah, then we got me a churro and we kind of chilled outside Mickey and Minnie, and because we were waiting to do our lightning lane there, and let's see, oh yeah, then we went to do our Mickey and Minnie lightning lane, but it was down for some reason, so we didn't get it, but we got a anytime lightning lane, and
No, they never gave us one.
oh they didn't, I thought they did.
No, I don't think they did. Um, or maybe they did and we used it.
No,
I
we
think
did. They did.
you're right. I think we did, but it was kind of like a delay where we walked away and I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's weird. It's not turning into an anytime." And then later by the evening it had turned into an anytime.
Yeah. Then
So,
after that, we headed out and went to the Polynesian, and the Polynesian is actually one of my favorite resorts. Actually, now that I'm mentioning it, it's one of
mhm.
my favorite resorts because I love like the Hawaiian stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's my second favorite. Is it your second favorite?
I'd say it's my wait. Let me think. Wait.
Because my top is
What's
Wilderness.
Wilderness? I love Wilderness, but I don't think it's as good as Polynesian.
Oh,
I think I'd put
that's
Polynesian. I think no. I
new
think I'd put
information.
Polynesian number one, Wilderness number two
Wow.
for me.
Okay.
I know that's like big news, but I just because I like the outdoors of the Polynesian better. Like the outdoor area of Polynesian is
Uh-huh.
so much better, but I love the indoor like for Wilderness Lodge. I think that one's so much better.
Mhm. Okay.
Um
All right.
and it's actually funny because I was on TikTok and I was scrolling and I saw a video where it's like POV that one random vacation you took when you were like 7 or 8 and it was like playing like Squidward's Tiki Land from SpongeBob. It was like
Mhm.
Squidward's Tiki Land, and I was like, and they were like, oh, people were listing the places they had gone, and somebody
Mhm.
was like, Disney's Polynesian Resort. I was like, I'm there right now. I
Mhm.
just kind of like had to flex on them really quick because it's awesome. And
Mhm.
yeah,
And that was the first resort we stayed at after it reopened from the pandemic.
yeah, it's a great resort
What a
actually. I really
time.
loved it.
What a time. I
What a
remember
time, yeah.
sitting in the hot tub. I wanna say I was wearing a mask, but I can't imagine I was wearing a mask in the hot tub. But anyway, we really enjoyed
Yeah.
our stay there. So, we will
Yeah.
be back.
Anyways, so yeah, after that we arrived by like 4, and we chilled in the lobby for an hour or so, and you were on your book, and I played on my phone. You looked in some stores, and at about 4:45, we had a pretty early dinner at Captain Cook. So you had the pulled pork nachos, and I had a burger
Yes.
because I was craving a burger, and then you got Dole Whips
Dole
from
whips
yeah,
with
Dole
emphasis
Whips.
on the whip.
You stay at like Stewie Griffin here. Whip, whip. And yeah, I really wanted a Dole Whip. So we got the Dole Whips, and you got a swirl cup of pineapple and vanilla, and I had a pineapple float because I love the pineapple juice in it. And
Mhm.
then we got on the monorail to head to Magic Kingdom. I think I got stopped at the scanner thing, but it's okay. We eventually got on. And
I think we both did.
yeah, and we arrived at Magic Kingdom at around 6. We rode Carousel of Progress on standby because there was no wait. There usually isn't a wait,
Actually,
which I
you know
think
what?
is
I wrote down standby, but now that I'm thinking about this, I'm like, there's no lightning lane for carousel in progress.
yeah,
Why would I note that? That's funny.
yeah. And then we hit up the Joffreys for the Mission to S'mores because I love Mission to S'mores.
Yes, you
So
do. It's your
good.
favorite.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's my
And
favorite
I would
Joffrey's drink.
I would say like nearly 100% of the time Alex says, "Can I get a mission to s'mores?" And I say, "Yes,"
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
not
his
just that.
favorite.
It's not just like the stuff on top of it. It's also the coffee itself. You just put in a few Splendas in there, and it's amazing. It's my favorite.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then we also ordered our donut, which we usually order it at the Joffrey's there because the donuts
Well,
are
we were gonna split
giant.
one. Yeah, we were gonna
Yeah.
split one.
Then they ended up giving that to us for free
Yeah.
because it was your birthday.
I know. They were like, "The donuts for free." And so that was really nice. I had an iced chai espresso, and I just wanna say that is an excellent thing to order at Joffrey's. It's the way to go.
Yeah. And we had a lightning lane to Space Mountain right after that. I love Space Mountain. It was great. Then we headed over to Frontierland to wait for the Starlight Parade. We got a good spot in the front row in front of the DVC lounge. However, it was kind of like annoying because there wasn't any like anywhere benches or anything, so
We
we were
sat
just
on the
sitting on the
ground,
ground. Yeah, but
which
I
was
just
fine.
kind of played. I played Clash Royale the whole time. That was just me,
Yeah.
and I
So
kept like telling you about it.
I know he's convinced that I'm gonna like playing Clash Royale, whatever that is, and he wants me
I
to
think you'd enjoy
take it
it.
up.
It's pretty strategy stuff. It's like
I
a
know,
lot of
but I don't
strategy.
play that kind of game on my phone. I'm more of like a Wordle, Sudoku kind of lady.
Old.
So old, yeah, sure. If you want to put it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to note that the place that we sat, so first of all, we got there early, which I don't normally. I'm not a parade person, but we had not seen Starlight yet, so I was like, we have to get there and get a good spot. So we got there about an hour early, and they had already taped off the ground. So we picked a spot on the corner of the tape so that we were kind of right in the front row, and that to the left of us they had left a walkway for people to get into the hat store. So it was really nice because nobody was in front of us because we were in the front, and nobody was sitting to the left of us because of the walkway. So like when the parade actually started, we could take good photos and stuff of the parade coming towards us, but if I wanted to turn to take a photo or something of a float as it was going away from us, there wasn't a bunch of people to our left blocking our way. So I recommend that. Like, look for the corner of the tape and try to situate yourself near the corner. It's, I think, a pro move. What
Yeah.
did you think about Starlight?
Starlight, I thought it was pretty cool. I loved the Peter Pan float. I
Oh,
thought
did
that
you?
was really cool.
I
Yeah, I
loved the
loved it was
Cocoa
the little
float.
town. Oh no
No,
no no
it
wait,
was
you're right, you're
Cocoa.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was Coco. The Coco was the best because it had a mini town on the back of it, and I thought that was so cool.
Yeah. And everything was like all lit up. And it was just, I thought it was a great parade. I'm so happy to have a nighttime parade back. And I thought that watching it where we watched it was great. I would love to at some point experience it from more like the Main Street hub area, but it was not really very busy in Frontierland when we got over there to get a spot. And so it was super easy to find that good spot. Eventually it did fill up. In fact, they did announce that all the seating for the parade was full, so people would stop wandering around trying to find places to sit or stand. But yeah, enjoyed it. Will watch it again. Will I wait an hour to watch it again? No, I never do that
Hmm.
for parades. But it was a good. I would give it. I would say like a 9 out of 10. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what would have made it a 10 out of 10, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Then after the Starlight Parade, we went to our Lightning Lane for Haunted Mansion. And then you had to go to Memento Mori, like always, and you looked at the pajamas there because you loved the pajamas there.
Oh my god, the pajamas are so cute. It's the Haunted Mansion wallpaper. I felt them because that's what you do when you're shopping it for pajamas. You feel them, and they were so soft. And the problem was they only had like 2X's and 3X's. That was the only
Ooh.
sizing. And
Mom,
so what?
I'm sorry to cut you off, but just there, the official Broadway World just posted that they're casting new kid and teen critics for the shows. Can I partake
Can you
if
apply for that?
possible? I don't know if I don't know how to do that. Oh, it
Oh,
says link
how,
in bio. Hold on. Hmm,
how about we look into that after we're done recording?
okay.
Okay. All right. But that does sound really cool. So anyway, they're super soft. They didn't have anything smaller than a 2X, and so I had to walk away. I did look for them on another day when we came back. They're still not there, and so now I literally today, as I was typing up the notes for our recording, I remembered these pajamas, and I was like, "Oh my god, those pajamas were so amazing! I want them." So my friend Jeanette will be down in Disney World later this month, and so I texted her and I was like, "Hey, can you look for these for me?" So hopefully, if they have them in my size, she will grab them for me, and then I will be the proud owner of some super cute Haunted Mansion pajamas.
Yes. Yeah, then after we browsed Memento Mori, we had lining lanes for Pirates and Jungle Cruise, but we decided to skip them and just to head out because long day, all that stuff. And on our way out, we stopped to get the custom popcorn. And oh my God, this was my favorite moment of this trip, actually. This was the funniest
I know
thing
what
that's
you're gonna
ever happened in
say. I
Disney.
know what you're gonna
Um,
say.
so
Well, first
I,
of all, hold on. Let me just say that we use the trick, and I brought this up on the show before, of not getting in the normal popcorn line because it's really long at that time of night. And we went up to the main counter where you would order like a caramel apple or whatever.
yeah.
And you can order the same custom popcorn there. They write down what you want, and then they take it back, and the people in the back make it. And so that's what we did. It was super fast. We made it through the line really fast, and then you can see them making it through the glass. And this is where I know what you're going to say comes into play here. Alex, take it away.
Oh, oh my God. Okay. So we went into the line and we started ordering. And my order was the best order I've ever done. Okay. Let me tell you, it had popcorn, but kettle popcorn, right? And the kettle popcorn, it had
Mm-hmm.
chocolate drizzle, and it had what else? It had Twix, and it had yeah, it had the Twix, and then what topped it all off was freeze dried Skittles.
Okay,
That's the
this
best
is
order ever.
the weirdest order. I had a normal order. I had like butter popcorn with Twix, I think, and a chocolate drizzle. Like mine was what I would call, I'm going to use air quotes and say normal. Alex ordered, and I went, really?
Yeah.
And he was like, yes, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I got no marshmallows, chocolate drizzle, kettle popcorn,
Freeze
freeze
dried
dried
Skittles.
Skittles, and Twix.
Ugh,
It was
so
so
gross.
it was so good at first, and then it became terrible later. But we got the order, and even the person at the cashier was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, give me that." And then she gave the order in to the people who were making the popcorn, and we walked over to like the glass area where you can see them making the orders. And one of them grabs my order, looks at it, and is like, "What the hell is this?"
Like her face
Like her
looked
face was like,
disgusted.
"What?" She
And
was
then
so
she
disgusted and
then she
distraught.
called her cast member friend over to be like, "Look at this order."
Yeah, and then the cast member looked over and was like, "What? What is this?"
And we started dying laughing. It was like you could
I was
see
like,
in their
I was
faces.
actually crying laughing. It was so
We were
good.
dying. I wish we had been recording. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was so funny. She like had to like get reassurance from her like coworker to make sure that she was saying it right. Like,
And then
what?
when they called out our names to come and get it, it was our same cashier who brought it over to us, and we had to laugh and tell her. We were like, even they thought it was awful.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was the best.
it
We
was
were laughing
amazing.
about it
Best part of the trip.
the rest of the trip.
Yeah, so good. Anyways, then yeah, after we got the popcorn, we took our bus to Pop Century, and the room location was pretty nice. It was in the 60s building and 60s in building 4, room 4463 or 4463 or 4463 or 446 3.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
or 446 3. And yeah, it was nearly as close to the Skyliner as you could get through the giant blue yo-yo. So the only downside was that it was the fourth floor, so you needed an elevator. So yeah, it would be,
Yeah.
you
If
know,
you had to have an elevator, like if you were coming off the Skyliner and you needed an elevator, you would have to walk way past your room to get to the elevator and then all the way back towards your room. But if you were okay with stairs and walking up to the fourth floor, it was a really convenient room. So I would recommend something in that building, but maybe like the second floor or something. Because
yeah,
I don't really like to be on the first floor, but like second floor would have been a little bit better, less stairs.
yeah,
All right. That brings us to Sunday, August 31st, which was an Animal Kingdom day. And we did manage to rope drop this day. So we were in Animal Kingdom by 7:25 a.m. in time for the 7:30 rope drop. We headed where else? Straight for Everest. And we were
yes,
talking about trying to beat our record, which I think was 6 times in a row.
yeah. But
Um,
it today just wasn't our day, so
it
we
was
only went
not
like
the
three
day.
times.
Yep. After the third time, I said, Alex, I don't think I want to do it anymore today. I'm not feeling it.
And I
Uh,
looked back, I was like, yes, I totally agree with you. Let's get out of here.
and I was
I
shocked because I thought you were going to keep going because in the pre-trip you were like, if you drop out, I'm going to keep going, and I was like, that's fine, I'll wait for you.
Yeah,
But he was
I
on
was not
board.
feeling good.
We were just like, okay, 3 times was enough.
Yeah,
From there, we headed over to Satuli Canteen for breakfast because we had never done breakfast there before. And we ended up getting the coffee flight that they have there, the iced coffee flight. And it's like a cold brew flight, I guess. They have like a regular cold brew, an ube cold brew, and a matcha cold brew. I loved the ube. You loved the matcha. We were both meh about the regular. Um, I had like a tropical yogurt bowl thing, which is pretty close to what I normally eat for breakfast every day, and it was delicious. I cannot remember what you had for breakfast there, but
I don't remember either.
I know you liked it. After that, we chilled in Pandora probably for like 30 minutes. We sat on a bench and just like people watched and you played on your phone and you know, we were just kind of chilling and we did some of that pretty much every day. Like took a break where we were just sitting there and enjoying the vibes. After that, we had a lightning lane for safari, which was great as always. I did like our tour guide. He was kind of I don't know, he was like jokey in a kind of like a I want to be on the jungle cruise kind of way, but not
Yeah,
annoying. I appreciated it, and I want that for him. I want him to get over to the Jungle Cruise.
yeah, you got this, man.
After that, we were determined to get some corn, some of the African corn, but apparently they only start serving it a little bit later, closer to lunch. So we were out of
Which was
luck,
annoying.
and we never ended up going back for it. So just, you know, word to the wise, if you want corn, you got to go a little bit later in the morning. Then we had an individual lightning lane for Flight of Passage, which was amazing as always. And as tradition, requires we grabbed night blossoms after our flight of
Yeah.
passage ride, and they gave me mine for free for my
That's like the
birthday.
key to getting like really bad like brain freeze.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's like the key.
yeah. You got to be careful about drinking those frozen drinks because
Oh yeah.
the brain freeze is real. But I use the trick where like you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and hold
That
it
doesn't
there.
help. In fact, it takes longer for me. I don't
Really,
know.
it helps me. So
Yeah, I
listeners,
don't know.
you give it a
Maybe
try.
there's something wrong with me.
See if it helps you with your brain freeze.
Yeah.
After that, we went over to do our lightning lane for dinosaur, and I think this was our for real last time doing it. And I say I
Yeah. Oh,
think
this was so
because we
sad.
don't have any trips booked before it closes again. I'm not anticipating booking last minute trip. There's always the chance, because we do have annual passes. But we're going to consider this our last time for real. We gave it a final send off, and I recorded the
Yeah.
entire pre show on my phone, even though I know I could find it on YouTube. But you know how much I love Dr. Seeker in that pre show.
Yeah. He's amazing.
He is. He is. I love
Oh,
that
there. Oh,
dinosaur
it would have
hand
been
puppet.
so sad if he had been like goodbye there or something like that. No, that would
Oh,
be weird. Never mind.
goodbye there. After
Goodbye.
that, we had gotten ourselves on the list for Nomad Lounge. So we got called and we had lunch at Nomad Lounge. We got the
Yeah.
churros, as we usually do. We got the bread services we usually do. I had the Jen's Tattoo, which is my usual drink. And Alex also had the hibiscus henna, which is basically the non alcoholic version of the Jen's Tattoo. And if you ask, they will give you the hibiscus flower on that as well. So they gave him one because the hibiscus henna does not have a hibiscus flower. But ask nicely, they'll give you one.
Yeah.
And then you got lobster mac and cheese.
I did. It was really good actually.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I think I had one bite of it and it was good. I'm not a lobster person, but you are.
Yeah, I'm a lobster person. I love lobster.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, when are we going to Red Lobster?
Oh gosh, you and the red lobster.
I really want their boil there. I've always wanted to have a lobster boil or seafood boil, whatever it's called,
Yeah. You know,
with
the
like
funny thing, I
corn and
just said I'm
stuff.
not a lobster person, and it literally just came into my mind that one time I was in a show and I played a lobster and I had like a giant lobster costume. So somewhere out there is a picture of me
A
in a lobster
video of you.
costume.
Oh yeah, they didn't have videos
Thankfully,
back in your day.
oh, stop it. They did have videos, but the internet was not, it was not what it is now. So hopefully that will never surface.
Yeah,
After that, we decided to, well, I decided because you know how I love my photo pass. I insisted on getting a photo pass with the tree in the background, so we did that, and then it was about 1:30 and we were ready to dip. So, we headed back to Pop Century and we took a nice long break. Like, I took a nap and, like, I feel like
yeah,
nap should be capitalized. Like, I was really hard asleep and, it's the kind of nap where you wake up and you're just like, "What? Where am I?"
yeah.
I'm not sure what you did. Did
I don't remember actually. That's one of the things I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe you took a nap too. All I know is that I was out. And then this evening we headed over to Epcot. So we took the Skyliner. We needed
Yes,
a snack when we got there, so we had some poutine. We shared a poutine down by the water, and that was nice. Then we had lightning lane for Soren and a lightning lane for Living with the Land because we got to do those every time. And then we headed over to do our individual lightning lane for Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, how did I not write down what song we got?
you didn't? Oh
I
my
wrote it
God,
down for the last day. I did not write it down for this. It was not September because we got something
that's when
different.
it first
I
remembers.
remember what we got. We got Iran.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
It was Iran,
It's
which
okay, I
was
guess.
it's my least favorite of the 6 songs, but I still had a great time because I always do. Then we had a lightning lane for Frozen, but it was down. And so this time, because of what time of night it was, we actually ended up getting an anytime lightning lane that was good through the following day. And so we were going to be able to use it the next day, which was nice. And from there, we just took the Skyliner back and hit the sack.
Yeah.
All right. Monday, September 1st. Why don't you take it away?
Okay, so this was Magic Kingdom Day. So we were up by 8:30 and we're on the bus but at 9 and we went to Sleepy Hollow for breakfast. We got the amazing Nutella waffles and then we went to our Lightning Lane for Tiana's and then right after that, Lightning Lane for Pirates. And we relaxed in the new DVC lounge, which to me wasn't anything special, wasn't anything like amazing, but it wasn't bad. It was like kind of calming, relaxing.
Well,
But
can I ask you DVC Lounge in Magic Kingdom compared to DVC Lounge in Epcot? Which one do you
oh,
prefer?
always the one at Epcot. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That one's amazing.
I like
Um,
that one because it's got like sunlight in it because it's in that skylight
yeah.
thing. And so I like how bright it is. But I
This one
will
was just kind
say
of like Red Dead Redemption, which I
it
liked, but it wasn't
was.
like crazy about it. It wasn't crazy
Yeah.
about the whole Western thing.
It was very Frontierland. I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was new. But it is very dark. So
Yeah,
glad to have it. Nice to have a place to sit down and relax and get some, I'm going to use air quotes, free snacks and free soda. And I'm using air quotes because, of course, we pay for those with our DVC dues and everything.
yeah. So after that, we went to our Lightning Lane for Haunted Mansion, and then after that, we had another Lightning Lane for Seven Dwarfs. So, oh, this was individual Lightning Lane, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so we had an individual Lightning Lane for Seven Dwarfs. We After that we got ice cream from Storybook Treats, and you had the Rapunzel Sundae, which is like shortcake with lemon and wild berry Dole Whip,
Dole Whip.
soft serve with a berry compote with sugar flowers,
It
which
was
is really nice.
delicious. I want to just
And
pause there and say that as much as I love coconut Dole Whip, and it's always been, excuse me, Dole Whip,
yes,
it's been traditionally my favorite flavor. The lemon Dole Whip gives it a run for its money. It is so
oh, it
good.
does.
Yes, it's so good. I tried to get you to taste it, and I don't
Oh
think I
no, I
did.
did taste it eventually, and
Oh, okay.
I thought it was okay.
Okay. What did you
It
get?
wasn't amazing. I got the Aurora like cone, but it was like in a cup because they had no cones left. But
No. They
uh,
had cones because I have a picture of it with
oh
the cone
yeah,
on
but it
top.
was like a lot.
It was
Um,
hot out, so it was going to melt.
yeah, so it was like strawberry and blue soft serve with vanilla pearls and the blue cone set on top, and it was really good. Actually, I loved it. So then after that, we did the People Mover like 2 times in a row. We just kind of waved to them saying we're gonna go twice, and then we had a Lightning Lane for Space Mountain, which was really fun.
Yeah, I want to say this was Alex's first time doing the finger twirl, like, can I write it a second time on People Mover? And
I
so
didn't do it though. That was you.
I know I did it, but it was your first time participating in that.
Oh yeah.
And
Have you done that before?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you just
Cool.
little finger twirl, like with like a little like nice questioning face. You can really only do it if there's like no line,
Yeah.
because if they have a long line, they're not going to let you write it a second time. But it was nice. It was nice to just sit for the length of two People Movers.
Yeah. So, after that, we had an individual lightning lane for Tron, one of my favorite roller coasters in Disney. And then we went shopping on Main Street. Oh yeah, I chilled in the alley, like on Main Street, on the bench in the back.
Hmm.
Uh, and then after that, we took a bus to Caribbean Beach, and we had a Caribbean Beach dinner at Sebastian's Bistro, I think it's it.
Hmm.
Um, so we got the enhancement crab and seafood cake to split. It was really nice. Then you saw your
Wait,
friends.
what did you think about the meal at Sebastian's? And I put a picture here in our notes so you could remember what it was like.
I really liked it actually. I quite enjoyed it. It reminded me of a little bit of Liberty Tree Tavern, which is
Yeah,
also one of my
but
favorites, and
but
actually one of my
Caribbean.
friends' favorites. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really good. And you saw your friend there?
Yes, I had arranged to meet up with Allie, who is Captivate Magic on Instagram and TikTok, and I've interviewed her for a few different trips on the podcast. And in fact, I have another interview coming up with her very soon. But we had never actually met in person. And so we had discovered that we were both going to be at Disney at the same time. And then in chatting back and forth over DM, we realized we both had reservations for Sebastian's the same night that we're going to overlap. So she was there with her husband, and we got a chance to say hi and take a picture. And it was really great to finally meet her in person. So
Yeah,
that was fun.
must have been fun. Yeah. Then after that, we took the Skylander to Hollywood Studios for a short bit, And then we did the Moonlight Magic Party, which was
Mm-hmm.
really fun. I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we met up with Kendra, who gave us our tickets. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we got our tickets. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, shout out to Kendra, who is in one of the DVC Facebook groups that I'm in and had some extra tickets. And I was the first person to say I was going to be able to take her extra tickets because we were going to be there the same night. And so she turned out to be so nice, and it was really great to meet her and her family. And now we're friends on Facebook. And so just appreciate that she had extra tickets and was willing to give them to us, because I tried to get tickets to Moonlight Magic and was not successful because we were not staying in a DVC resort for this particular trip. So that
Yeah.
worked out really well, and we enjoyed Moonlight Magic. What did we do while we were there? Because we were there before the party actually started. So we did a couple lightning lanes first.
Yeah, we got a few things. We took a lightning lane on Mickey and Minnie's. Then we had an Oga's reservation, Oga's Cantina. It was
Mm-hmm.
incredible. And then we had a Tower of Terror walk on and a lightning lane to Rock and Roller Coaster after that. And then the party officially started and we were able to do stuff with no wait. We did Return so my God, Rise of the
Right.
Resistance. I almost said Return of the Jedi. We did Rise of the Resistance, then we did Smuggler's Run, and then we got the blue milk drink and a snack with our snack coupons. And the blue milk drink, I loved. I thought it was really cool. I
Yeah, it
loved.
was kind of tropical tasting.
Yeah, I loved it.
And I think this was my first time having the blue milk. And I don't think I've had the green milk either. So now I got to try that.
Yeah, but then what else did we do? Oh yeah, we grabbed free ice creams. I kind of regretted my choice because I kind of wanted something different by the time I got my ice cream, but it's okay.
But it was free.
And
It was free.
yeah,
So who
yeah,
cares?
it was free. And let's see. Um, yeah, then we went to Toy Story Mania and I won again. Yeah.
This time I wrote down our scores.
Oh, you did?
So, yes, you had 179,600 and I had 139,800.
Yeah.
So, well
And
done,
yeah.
Alex. You are the
Thank you. Thank
champion.
you. I know. I know I am. Anyways, be afraid. So then we took photos on the way out and we left by 11:30 and we had no Skylander to pop after Moonlight Magic since you can only take the line that goes to the Riviera because it's DVC. So we had to get a bus back to pop.
Yeah,
And
that
yeah.
was disappointing. I didn't even think about the fact that they wouldn't have enough people staying at Pop Century that would have been attending Moonlight Magic to make it worth it to have that line running. So that was surprising. Like, we walked up to go take it and they were like, "Where are you headed?" And I was like, "Pop Century." And they're like, "Oh, no, you got to take a bus. You can only take the Skyliner to Riviera." I was like, "Ugh, it makes sense, but it's annoying." But anyway, it was fun. We had a great night at the party. It was a good time. And then that brings us to our last day, Tuesday, September 2nd. We were up by 8:15. We had scheduled a luggage pickup in our room for 9 a.m., but I had to call down and they didn't end up coming on until like 9:30. So that was a little frustrating, but it was fine. We did have limited time though, so that's why it was frustrating. So we took the Skyliner over to Riviera for breakfast. We went to Le Petit Cafe and we got some banana bread to split. And I got the almond cold brew, which is usually what I get. And I cannot remember what you got to drink.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think just regular coffee or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got a hot chocolate.
Oh, yes. Yes, you did. Okay. Then we went downstairs to grab our entrees from Primo Piatto, and I had the breakfast platter, which was because it has that creamy mascarpone polenta, which reminds me of grits. You had a croque madame sandwich that was good, and we kind of like took them over into the bar Riva area and grabbed a table there and enjoyed our breakfast. It was
Yeah.
delicious. From there, we took the Skyliner over to Epcot. We had gotten a multipass this day specifically to do Test Track because we didn't do it the other day when we were there. Like, we were meaning to do our test track on this day and it was down. And so because it was down, and really it was the only reason we had multipass for this day, and so I wasn't going to go and use our lightning lane for Soren or anything again. I just went to one of the blue umbrellas and asked if we could kindly have a refund because test track was down and we weren't going to be able to use it. And were very gracious and gave us the refund back for both of our multipass. And from there, we had an individual lightning lane for Guardians of the Galaxy to do it one last time before we left. And we got Conga this time. And that's
Yeah.
always fun. From there, we browsed in the creation shop. We grabbed a Goofy's Gone Fishing slush
Oh, that was
from,
crazy.
oh,
Like, it
yeah.
was so sugary.
It was so sugary, but it was good. But I don't think I even drank half of it because it was so sugary. But
I
it was
didn't like how it was like,
it was
because there was
delicious.
gummies in it, and the gummies would like kind of harden because of how cold it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
I didn't like that. I was like, oh,
But it was fun, and it was a fun drink to take a photo of. So,
yeah, it sure
yeah,
was.
I would say if you're gonna get one, maybe get one and split it with somebody because it's too
Yeah.
much for. And we each had our individual ones, so that was a lot. From there, it was around noon or so, so we needed to take the Skyliner back to Pop. And while we were there, we popped into popped
Popped
into
into.
the store. My friend Maria had a specific fall shirt that she wanted. It said like fall vibes or something on it. And so I had been on the search for it for a couple of days and had not been able to find it yet. I did happen to find one in the Pop gift shop. It was in a size that she was going to be able to make work, but it wasn't ideal. So I called her. We did a little phone consultation. She said, go ahead, grab it. I said, okay. So got it. Then we took our lift over to MCO. And of course, once we got through security, I had to browse the Disney store. And lo and behold, I found Maria's shirt in the correct size. So I was able to make the exchange right there in the airport. Super easy. We went over to the Universal store, didn't really stay there very long, didn't see anything we wanted. And
Yeah.
then we, for the first time ever, had lunch at the Summer House restaurant that is right there in the airport, which we love Summer House by the lake in Disney Springs. And this one is called Summer House something else. I think it's like called Summer House Malibu or something. I had a kale salad with chicken. Alex had some avocado toast. It was great. It was a wonderful way to spend our airport time. Our flight was delayed by 30 minutes or so, but not too bad. Then we hopped on the plane. Smooth flight home. I watched a documentary about Liza Minnelli that was wonderful. Highly recommend. And then we were home and the trip was over.
No.
Before we wrap this up, number one, we didn't really get very many souvenirs this trip. We didn't.
No, we didn't.
Did you get anything? I can't even remember.
I don't think I did. No.
Okay. I got one t-shirt. It's super cute. It's a Halloween shirt that's like a baby pink shirt with like a little Mickey ghost. It's adorable. I'm in love with it. And then I grabbed some keychains when we were at the Disney store in the airport that was like a pack of 5. They were really cute. They look sort of like old hotel keys, but they're like pastel colors and say something about the castle. And so I grabbed those to share among my Disney dames, which again, for people who have not listened, are Jeanette, Maria, Nancy, and Chrissy. So Chrissy, Maria has your keychain if she has not given it to you yet. And let's see. The other last thing is when I interviewed my buddy Chris, who is Trumpet Squid on both Instagram and TikTok, we were talking about loving sitting on benches at Disney and taking in the vibes. I gave him a challenge to come up with his top bench in every park. And I suggested that he call it benchmarking benches. And so I think his episode will be next week. But I thought Alex and I should also do this and declare our favorite benches. So we're just going to run through our favorites. So
Yeah.
are you
So
ready?
if you hear this, go ahead and try out those benches. They're quite exquisite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. For me, it's the bench in the alley on Main Street, right next to the place where you can get like your like side profile and like as like a
Your
head. Like,
yes.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I I'm
Um,
I know what you're talking about. I'm totally blanking on what you call that. It's your oh my gosh.
yeah,
Listeners, you're probably going crazy right now and you're like, how can you I'm in my head I'm like wanting to say caricature and that is not right at all.
yeah, it's not.
It's like your profile and they cut it out of the black and they put it in a
Yeah, yeah.
frame.
Well, you get the idea. It's in that alley. It's like all the way in the back and near the blue wall, near where the cast members kind of go to
Mhm.
go on their breaks. It's really nice because it's always empty. So
It's
don't like
empty,
crowd it, guys.
it's
Don't crowd
shaded,
it. Yeah,
it's quiet,
Quiet.
And if you want a table, there's tables back there. So, solid reasons for loving a bench. I'm going to say I love the bench that is kind of near the Christmas shop that you can kind of see a little bit of like the side of the castle a little bit, and then you can also see Sleepy Hollow there. I kind of like that one. It's just got like good vibes and it's a little bit shady. Shady in a good way, not in a bad way. All right, Epcot. For me, I like the benches that are over in France that are kind of near the fence where you can see the Skyliner. It's like right behind the perfume shop. So, like, there's a couple tables there too and stuff. And that's a supreme place to sit and take in the vibes because you get to hear the music from France. You can see the Skyliner, and it's just overall good vibes. Alex, you did not have a favorite bench in
I
Epcot,
didn't, no.
and
But
I
if I had to pick one, I think I'll pick the same bench that you had
okay,
because, I don't really have a favorite in Epcot. So,
mm, yeah,
just kind
but
of follow the leader
but you
on this
you
one.
you do like the music from Ratatouille, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Ratatouille
yeah.
music's quite
All
nice.
right, Hollywood
So,
Studios.
this one for you. What are you first?
I like sitting on Sunset Boulevard because I like the music, and I prefer to sit near the Starbucks because sometimes you can get a little bit of shade over there. But I just love like the people watching and the music and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. For me, it's what we call Funk Alley. So it's kind of like in the area right next to
ABC
where is it?
Commissary.
Yeah, ABC
Yeah.
Commissary. It's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
That nice
So
bench.
my husband has always referred to the walkway that you have to go between past ABC Commissary, like as if you're walking towards Sci-Fi Dine-In. He has always called that Funk Alley because they're always playing like funk music there, and he just loves walking through there. And so Alex has a bench there. And I should say that this whole bench thing started really in my conversation with Chris, and he said he just loves sitting on a bench, people watching and whatever. And I was like, yeah, my husband has a favorite bench in Hollywood Studios. So I should mention that Dad's favorite bench is in front of the lake, like right where you can sit there and look at Gertie, and it's facing the water.
Yeah.
So we always call that Dad's bench, and it's like the first one there that you come to along the water, like after the frozen Coca-Cola place. And then last but not least, Animal Kingdom. And I'm gonna say the bench that's kind of outside the Starbucks. It's right near the otters, and it's just a good place to like sit and drink your coffee if you grabbed some Starbucks or something, and you get to watch the people running to go to Pandora. You get to watch the people running to try to go back to the safari. Just some good people watching, and it's shady. So that's what most of my benches have in common is that they have some form of shade. What was yours for Animal Kingdom?
Mine for Animal Kingdom is
Hmm.
any bench in Pandora. It doesn't really matter for me.
You just like the vibes of Pandora.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's nice.
All right. So that has been benchmarking benches, and we will look forward to hearing in Chris's interview next week what his picks were. All right, Alex.
Yes.
This has been so much fun
Yes.
recalling our trip together with
Yes, it was a
you,
great trip. It's a
especially
nice trip.
because it was more than a month ago. So
Wow.
I'm really missing Disney right now.
Oh, me too. Yeah. But I'm very excited for our next big trip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just a little spoiler for some people who are listening who like I don't know are keeping up with our lore. Um, we are going to Universal Studios next time. Hopefully
Yeah.
next August,
No, July.
July. Oh, July?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's so close. Wait,
It's
no, it's not.
October.
Never mind.
Yes,
I changed my mind.
we are planning to do our big DVC week in July. this time because we want to tack on a couple of days in Universal, and the February break that we normally do our big DVC week on does not allow for us to add on a couple of days because it's literally just a week. And so we're going to do July because Alex will be out of school. It'll be before any kind of summer program he does starts up. And so that will be the time that we're able to do it. So we'll be working on those plans, but we'll see. I don't know if we don't necessarily have any other trips on the books before then, which is odd. And we have to make it happen at some point. I don't know when, maybe just like a weekend or something, if we can find a good
Yeah,
price on a
maybe.
flight, because we got to make use of our annual passes
Yeah.
because
I just
they
haven't
they
stretched.
they ain't cheap.
Yeah. All right then.
All right,
Well, I guess this brings our interview to a conclusion.
it is. I
Yeah,
guess this is goodbye until
for
I
a little bit.
see you in a few minutes in the living room.
Oh yeah, of course. No, you have to come here though. I'm in bed right now.
I have to walk to your bedroom. Okay.
Yes, you do.
All right,
All right.
Alex.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
having me.
Thank you as always for doing this. I think listeners love hearing you, and I love chatting with you. So,
Yes.
and
Nice
I love
chat.
you.
Love you.
You're
Love you
my
too.
favorite.
You're my favorite.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, people. Your fan favorite's going now. He's out. He's yeah.
Peace out.
Oh, I saw a Kip video the other day. Where he's like playing a ton of Kip clips, and I love the one where he's like, just we've been talking online like 2 hours every day, so I guess you could say it's getting pretty serious. So funny.
Okay, well, we do have to clarify. This is Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
We love that movie in our house, and we are especially obsessed with Kip.
Oh,
Um,
Kip.
yeah,
I
so
love him.
anytime we say peace out, we think about Kip
Peace
because he
out.
goes, peace out.
All right. All right.
All right,
Peace out,
peace out
guys.
for real.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you again to Alex for being willing to join me on the show. You are indeed a natural, and I hope we get a lot more trips together in our future. Thank you also again to Melissa Powell for your help as our travel agent extraordinaire for this adventure. Listeners, please reach out to her for help planning your own magical trip. All right, that is all for today. If you are hearing this on the day that it is released, I am packing my bags and about to head to Austin for a little business trip, so you know where I will be this afternoon. That's right, the Sapphire Reserve Lounge. Trying to find joy in any travel I take, even if it's not to my favorite magical destinations. Though I would argue that any place where you can enjoy a breakfast taco is pretty darn magical. So, there. All right, enough with my nonsense. Have a magical week, and remember to keep daydreaming about where you long to be.